professionals and head to confessional. And once I'm in the booth, I feel real congressional. Welcome to the episode. Please like and subscribe. Don't drink and drive when you can smoke and fly. Soaring so high into the night sky, reaching for the stars, but they landed on a moon pie.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Awkward Intelligence. I'm Intox, and today we have a special guest host, Rich Blakk.
What's good? What's good? IMG is in the building. PPE. You know
PPE, IMG, a double dose of gang.
Yeah, ready.
Y'all know what's up. Episode 84.
84, man. Big numbers, man. We about to hit that 100 real soon, I see.
I know, right? That's what we've been talking about the last few episodes. It was like once we hit 75, all of a sudden we just were launched off.
Right, no bullshit.
Because it felt like 75 took a while to get to. And then all of a sudden now we're at 84.
Right, exactly. Exactly. So 100 will be here like...
Right. It's only a couple of months away.
Right, right. It'll be here before the end of the year for sure, right?
Yeah, I think November. I think if we calculate it, I'll have to look at it for sure, but I think it's November.
Right.
So it's definitely November, I think.
You got anything planned for that, the big 100 or?
I guess I'll have to see what the date was. I mean, we looked at it earlier, and I think it was around November 6th or something like that. But I want to be sure. I want to make sure I calculate that right.
What's going on around there?
But right around that time, that's what, election day on November 5th?
Oh, shit.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Right. See?
That'll be a big one.
Mm-hmm. That means the fireworks might have gone off that day.
Right.
So
right.
We'll have a lot to talk about on the 6th.
Bullshit.
That'll be the recording day. The drop will probably be, the 8th, I think.
Yeah.
The drop will be on November 8th, right. But the show will get recorded on the 6th. So yeah, who knows? That might, if that's the date, like I said, I'll calculate it. Or I don't know, throw in the comments. Somebody else do the calculation.
Right. No, for sure.
If this week is whatever, just count them in order. We shouldn't miss one, so it should be right, So yeah,
God willing.
we're here at the fucking summer, man. The summer heat is here.
No, for sure. It's cool in here, though. That's why I got the hoodie.
Right.
But yeah, it's definitely true.
Right. I got the chill on in here.
It was too hot these last few days. It was hitting what, like 102?
Yeah, it was like feel like's 102 or something, right? Something crazy. I didn't even step out too much. I did what I needed to do, but I wasn't trying to be out there like that. But I did do a rant that was about grounding and stuff and standing outside and getting in the grass and doing that. So we talked about that this week.
Gotcha.
So yeah. So I was, I'm out there, but I'm not out there sun gazing all day.
Right. Not trying to get a tan.
Right. But I'm out there. I'm moving around. I'm doing a few things here and there. I'm getting out there. I'm feeling it at least. Going, okay, I see what this is about.
Right. So on average, how often do you think you ground, or how often would you like to ground?
You should probably do it every day for the most part.
I had a feeling you was gonna say that.
Yeah, I mean, everybody says you probably should do it for at least an hour every day. And if you think about it, when we used to do, like back in the day with your family, a lot of times when you came home, everybody was just out sitting out back or something, chilling, or sitting on the porch chilling, and you would sit on the porch for a while, and everybody would just roam around and do things. So it's like that might have been that moment where we were all kind of just walking around, grounding bullshit and checking outside, reflecting, connecting with our family and that kind of thing.
I get that.
And maybe, the thing is it's evolved probably because now it's like we kind of just kick back and watch a movie and or listen to some music or do some stuff in the studio and, smoke a little something. And that's kind of our church nowadays. You know what I mean? No, but it's more inside things, though. That becomes more inside than it is outside, So it's evolved, but it's definitely still, some of us have kept a little bit of it around where you kind of just want to mingle and get that socialness of the crowd going on, people coming in off work and people going out to work and all these different things. And it's just the comings and goings of the fam and how it's all coming together, I guess. I don't know.
I get you. Trying to keep them old elements still alive in today's time.
Hey, let's get it, bro.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, hell yeah. But we don't really, Like nowadays, we don't really have too many family reunions like we used to back in the day, and all of that.
Well, a lot of those people that did that stuff, they're either too old to do it, or they passed on. Like this whole pandemic situation, man. It changed because it changed the landscape. I think because that's what it did. It knocked out more of that elder knowledge. A lot of that elder stuff started dropping off, and everybody started losing their grandparents and their other people and even their parents. Some people, their parents that were older and stuff like that. So a lot of that old knowledge got pushed out again,
Right.
and then you think, look at how the morale has dropped over the last 4 years because of that. And since that, like since we lost all that, it's like, and then they talk about how, the boomers were the biggest generation that had been born in a long time. Well, a lot of them are getting to that age now. They're starting to hit.
Am I considered the boomer?
No. No, boomer would be like my mom and probably older.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like probably probably anywhere from like 54 to like 63 or some shit like that.
I got you.
That would be boomers, and it was because it was right after the war, and so right after the war there was a big boom of births and babies, so they called them the boomer generation. And it was just all those people that were being, pushed out at that time into the world. And so that generation is now getting to a point where they're at the age where they're starting to drop off. And so, I mean, the pandemic didn't help, obviously. That's the other part of that.
Yeah.
But so they kind of saw this coming in a way, that there was going to be a mass situation where people who at that age were going to start dropping off. And because they were a big part of the population at one point, how do you replace that?
All right.
So who knows how deep this shit could really go? Because it's like, how do you replace that?
Yeah.
Immigrants. You know what I mean?
And stopping abortion.
Correct. Right.
So that's why they
that would correct. That would reverse that, and they push it down even more. Right. That's more population control.
Right.
So yeah, it could go in multiple ways. Right. There's multiple areas of what do you say? Danger, or whatever that you could morph off into. So that's crazy. And that's the thing, is those are the ops. And somebody's running those at some point.
Exactly.
Somewhere, somehow. And you just don't see that. You're just not part of it.
It's all part of the plan.
Yeah. I was talking to somebody the other day about, how we're seeing more of these just shows that are coming on within the last year. It's either a show or a series or like a small limited series or something, right? And it'll be talking about how the CIA it's something about the CIA, like the Mr. and Mrs. Smith that just came out, with Glover.
Leading into corruption and...
Correct. It's always showing corrupt. There you go. See, you're connecting, right? See, that's part of it. But where I was going with it was it's showing you how they're actually embedded in our communities.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. And so it's like, that's not fake. That's real. That your neighbors, you could be FBI or CIA people living a normal life within your community, and you don't even know. But you're not the op. They already know what you're up to, and they don't care about you. You know what I mean? And they're going after a bigger fish.
And they might have a neighbor in there that they are actually worried about.
Correct.
That's why they moved there.
Correct. Right. That's why they were put in those areas. Right.
So you gotta be
exactly. You never know what's really going on in your neighborhood. But they're embedded because they're also your convenience store clerks. They're also your fast food workers out here. They're those people too. They're embedded in everything, and we don't know. We don't realize. And so it's just a lot of those where I was going with that was, then those people are opping against each other, running ops against each other and shit, and they don't even realize that they're against each other. Yeah. And so it just starts getting all fucking out of whack.
You gotta look at it just like superheroes and shit. How they just blend in, and then they just pull out their full identity and shit.
Right.
Like Superman, Clark Kent.
Right. They're doing the same thing.
Right.
And that's the thing is they're the wars that they're in between with each other spill out into our streets, look like it's coming from us, and then it gets blamed on us in the streets, and then we're all fighting each other.
That's where I think a lot of them plots be coming from. Like I think it's inside.
Correct.
I don't think we're actually that crazy to be doing certain things
Right.
like that whole little. Not saying a Trump assassination, but situations like that, I think it'd be embedded inside. And then
Nice segue. He's a professional.
no, for real though, but
Because that's the hot topic right now, obviously, is that, you know what I mean? That just happened Saturday, and we're here Thursday recording this and dropping this on Friday. So, we're a few days away from that. But that's not even the big topic, really. It's like it was a big topic for like 2 days, and then it kind of just faded off.
So you got a couple of people talking about it, but
There's people whining about it.
Right.
That's what's sticking around.
Oh, you're right.
Is people are now just whining about it on both ends of, oh, you did this to us, and and then the other side going, oh, that's fake, and this is bullshit, and why does he get a pass, and whatever. It's all this.
Right.
Yeah, so that's the craziness. We wanted to talk about that at some point today. You know what I mean?
Crazy though. If Trump was never president, do you think that thing that they just passed about the whole presidents being what's the word I'm looking for?
Impeached?
No, they basically can't get charged for a crime.
Oh, the immunity?
Immunity.
Right.
You think that only happened because of Trump and his whole situation since he's been in the president or presidential candidate, because we done had so many presidents.
Right. Well,
Like, why all of a sudden are they doing this now?
so I looked into it, right? Because I'm thinking the same thing, right? Like, because everybody kept saying, if he gets immunity, he's going to be able to take over the country like a dictator. And so I kind of was like, that can't be true. Like, this can't be, this can't be true. So I started looking into it a little deeper, than just watching the headlines. And what I realized, or what I discovered, was that the immunity clause has always been in there for presidents
To a degree.
forever. No, it's always been in there. It's always been in there. But what it says is they have immunity discretion over presidential acts. So it's like if he goes, I declare war, I'm sending all this stuff to Iran, they take down people in Iran, Iran can't turn around and go, we're taking you to court for sending your troops. He goes, no, we declared war, and that was an act of presidential act. You can't blame me for deaths. Now you can blame me for atrocious deaths. Did I come over and gas your people? Did I come over and, do the wrong things? But as long as we went to war, we agreed to go to war. So our president can be held immune for that in any given time. But it's only for presidential acts.
Right.
So what he was able to do was show that whatever he was up against at that moment counted under presidential acts, and that's why they couldn't prosecute him for that. So it wasn't that they were giving him any type of immunity. They were just making sure that his rights as a president were not being infringed upon. Because that's what they were accusing Biden and them of, was you're only going after me to jam me up. You're not going after me because this is real shit. And so once he proved that in court, they had to let it go and say, well, he's right. If it's a presidential act, you can't hold him accountable. It's not how that works. You see what I'm saying? So, but that's the crazy part, is because that would have been crazy if it would have went the other way. Right. And it would have took their immunity away, because then that would have took it away from all presidents. So that means every single other president could then be tried. Right. So there's a play there that either way, we don't know how it's supposed to work out, like for who and why. Right. That's the other part of that, So I looked into it that way and found out, like, yeah, it's a clause that's in there, but it's only for presidential acts, and it's always been there. So they weren't granting him anything. They were just, making sure that, hey, this counts.
Just him specifically.
Correct. Yeah. It wasn't just
a lot
him
of people
specifically.
thought it was.
Well, that's how they were playing it in the social media area.
Because he's the only one that's really facing scrutiny and all that shit.
Right. He was the first one to be scrutinized. Right.
So, yeah.
So
then when they posted it made it seem like, oh, well, that's for Trump.
Correct. And they were like, oh, you're just going after him and you're going after our guy. That's how the social media stirs the shit up. And then all of a sudden there's a wasp nest for no fucking reason, because people aren't paying attention. Right. They're just going with the headlines. And that's what most of us do a lot of times. I mean, me included. I get caught just like anybody else sometimes and get a little quick on the trigger on things. You know what I mean? Just anybody does.
Me too.
You know, but that's the part where that's what we've learned over the last few years is just give it a day, wait a day, maybe wait 2 days, see what else comes up about it, and then put it together and start kind of, okay, so that's why it's kind of good that we're chatting about this 3-4 days later anyways. You know what I mean? So that we're able to see more information of different things, you know, and it's like if we look at this this Trump scenario, then, you know, they're saying a 20-year-old kid climbed up on a roof and popped some shots at him. Do we believe that the details and the even if it wasn't Secret Service, his detail would have let that happen? So either they're incompetent, right? Or they were let it happen, kind of a thing. You know what I mean? So there's only two scenarios.
That's basically what I'm thinking, but that's basically in the story. They were saying one of the cops actually ran into the fucking shooter, and he said he had an assault rifle, so he just disengaged him. Right. But you didn't warn nobody. Right. You didn't tell nobody. Nothing. You didn't hit that little. Man, I think that shit was straight inside, bro.
Correct. And that's the only way you can look at it is either it was done on purpose, or it was staged.
It was staged. Yeah.
There's only two options. Yeah.
Not
I got you. Right. That's what I'm saying. There's only two options.
On a stage level.
It's not right. It's crazy, you know. And I did a quick rant on that too. You know, I did a quick rant earlier this week. I think it was Tuesday.
But then it's like they said he had an AK-47 or something, some type of assault rifle. Nobody behind Trump got hit.
The same AR stuff.
Right. Nobody behind Trump got hit.
Yeah, there was one person that died
behind Trump. Yeah, I thought it was behind. I thought it was.
Oh, I don't know exactly where. I don't know exactly where.
The shooter.
But I thought they said it was somebody in the Trump crowd.
I'll have to look back at it. I'm sorry. Yeah. I apologize.
So yeah, there was one death and then I think 2 injuries.
I knew somebody died, but I thought it was over there.
Yeah. Well, either way, I mean,
sniper.
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was in the crowd, but I'm not 100% sure.
But yeah, that was a speculation at first. They were saying nobody was hit.
At first, they were saying
behind Trump.
Correct. At first, they were saying that. Yeah. But I'm not 100% sure where you were, where the person is.
I'll take that back until I actually get.
Yeah, we don't have the exact info on that. I can't be 100% sure myself either.
But yeah, rest in peace to the people that lost their lives that day.
Yeah, there's real lives that are taken in these events.
But you know, it's always collateral damage.
Correct. And that's the thing.
That's what a lot of people fail to realize.
That's what people have to recognize is how evil these people are. They don't care about the collateral damage. You're not. They don't care about you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, maybe they didn't get their target, but they got a few others. They don't give a shit. You know what I mean? They're more mad they didn't get their target if that's what the case was. You know what I mean? That's what the case was. They're not worried about those other people. You know, at all.
Collateral damage in history. What? Lake Lanier, the Tuskegee issue with the syphilis.
Talk to him.
What else?
Talk to him.
It's so many. So many you could break down.
Rosewood.
Man. It's crazy.
You know what I mean? What's Tulsa? You know what I mean? They don't give a shit about y'all. Yeah. Just start bombing you and torturing things, and they don't care. They haven't cared. You know what I mean? That's what we have. That's what, you know, it's modernized. It's modernized into, you know, back then it was in our face. They'd bring it to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now they do it through politics. They do it through legislation. They do it through control, you know, fear. They do it through all that stuff.
Right.
Those are the things that, you know, we're breaking out of. That's what these shows are about. You know, my podcast and others and all these different things is trying to get people to see the bullshit that's happening. That way, at least you can make an informed decision based on the real information and not the information they're feeding you.
Right. Right.
Bomb droppers.
Real shit.
Yeah, it's like I seen a meme that went around the internet. Well, it's everywhere. I'm sure. Everybody's probably seen this, where it says, shit. It says, would you blindfold yourself and let somebody else just spoon feed whatever they want to you?
I wouldn't do that.
Why do you let the media do that to you?
Exactly.
That's a meme that's out there. It's like, why would you let the media do that to you if you wouldn't let someone else do that to you? So that's the other part of that. You know, it's like, and there's a lot of people that's the thing.
You know what it is, though? Over the years, we just became more gullible.
Right. Well, it was easier to let them do it for you because you're busy with work and you're busy with kids and you're busy with your relationship and you're busy with, you know, your friends and you're trying to just have a barbecue and relax.
That's why reels have became popular because they're only 10 seconds or 15 seconds, 30 seconds. They know people got short attention spans.
Right.
So they know if we can hit you with a headline,
Right.
it's going to catch your attention real quick.
Correct.
You're going to listen to what the fuck we got to say, and then you're going to go to something else, and that's going to be in the back of your head.
Think about
like,
the experiment of that. There was a couple different things that kept shortening it and shortening it and shortening it until they found that perfect fucking spot, and then they just hit us with it.
Yep. It started on Instagram.
Bomb droppers. Nice catch. You know what I mean? See? That's what I'm saying. It's like, and that's the thing is like, as we chat, that's the stuff is we can pull that out because it's like something you might have thought about but not really connected it.
Right.
And then now you can, as we're chatting about something, it sparks and goes, oh shit, remember this? And then you're like, boom, there it is. That's it in real life. You can see it.
No,
you know?
real shit.
So yeah, that's the receipt basically.
No,
you know,
right,
in a way.
Exactly. We got them. We got plenty of them. We're not just talking out the side of our mouths.
And that's the whole thing, like with AI too. AI pops on the scene like 5 years ago, and then all of a sudden it's the majorest thing in the world. How long you think they've been fucking with it?
Right.
It got loose. That's what happened.
Yeah.
It didn't just show up. You know, it got loose, and they just had to go, hey, check this out.
Yo, speaking of that though,
and so it's
on
like
the sci-fi aspect of the whole situation.
Oh yeah,
did you know?
Let's do it.
That the Matrix and
it's a documentary. No, I'm just kidding.
The Terminator
are connected.
Yeah. You knew that? I didn't know that.
That was one of the early conspiracies that I heard about, like way back in the day, where it was like that they were connected somehow, and that a black lady was the real author.
It is.
And then later on it came out. But this was like 20 years ago. I was hearing this. So yeah, I was hearing this back in like 05, 06.
Bro, that shit.
And then probably by like 2010 is when I learned about it, and I found her on the internet and was able to read her story. And then now she does podcasts and she has books and shit.
But just think though, Terminator was done so long ago.
84.
So you got to think
84.
that AI, that whole. It was thought about.
Yeah, 1984.
It was thought about.
Yeah, that
they
Terminator
were playing
came
around
out.
with it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that shit got history, like for real. We just don't know about it. Like they was fucking with that shit. Like how the fuck did the movies like?
Right. They've always dictated. Like they showing you what's there. Like they say, nothing new under the sun. They're showing you what they are. Here's the thing. A lot of it too. We can't always equate everything to the evil people. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's always been good people along the way as well. So what it is I think there was a balance. You know what I mean?
Of course.
So like you'd watch a movie and some of it was the evil shit. You know, that's why they're showing you the dark shit and the vampires and werewolves and shit, right?
End good.
Right. And then but it ends good. It always ends with a hero or whatever or a clip, right? And so the good would still get in there and the message was still in there. But until you were pure enough to see it, you didn't see it.
Right.
Bomb droppers.
That's why you usually miss a lot of stuff the first time watching it.
That's why we always talk about going back and watching old movies and listening to old music because you'll catch shit that you didn't hear back then because you wasn't ready. You wasn't ready.
I'm trying to tell you. No, it's deep.
Yeah. That, I mean, when you start really thinking about it, when you can stop and think about it and start reflecting and thinking about your inner child and what makes you happy and what you really want to do in life, and you have those moments and you start really reflecting, man, it changes you. You know, and not everybody has that because we're stuck in these cycles, you know.
No, for real.
And, you know, that's where we're trying to get people. That's what we're trying to get you to see is just take a step back and look at it again, you know. And
it's like a content cycle.
Yeah. Just got to get out of that. They're just caught in that rotator. They're just hamster wheeling that bitch. And they just go, what? You know? And then you'll see it. You know, that's all it is. And you can still do that, but you'll do it from a different perspective. You know what I mean? You're not going to be all, you know, stressed, and you'll be able to clear a lot of that bullshit and go, man, all that other shit's bullshit. I can still grind. I can still do my thing if I still want to keep my job or whatever you want to do, but you'll realize what the dumb shit is, and at least you'll be more informed to make better decisions so that so we can move forward and do better things in our communities and all this different shit, you know. So
Well.
like they always say, you have to be the change. If you're the change will happen around you, because as you do it, others will see it and it'll reflect. Oh shit, I didn't realize I put my water way the fuck over there. I was like, where's this water at? I almost was like, did my water disappear? I was freaking out for a second. I was like, I think my water disappeared. And that's why I was like, oh shit, is it behind me?
Oh, yeah. I ain't peeping either.
Yeah, because you gave it to me and I put it right here. I thought I did.
Yeah, I did.
And then all of a sudden it was not here. That freaked me out for a second.
That's a new one.
You almost had a murder mystery.
I ain't never get that one before. No, that's dope. So what other ones you got over there?
Cool ones, obviously
Let's get it, bro.
that's the newest one everybody loves,
right.
of course. We got the hand claps. And then if you make a mistake,
Gotcha.
and sometimes we catch them, sometimes we don't. If you make a good joke, revelation.
Gotcha.
Oh shit!
Gotcha.
And then if we fall asleep, there's a few times where we were looking at each other, and I'm taking a drink, and he's just kind of off in space,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden I'll hit the button, and I'll be like, "Damn, we went to sleep, bro."
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What's this one again?
That one is the mystery.
Okay.
Yep, mystery.
All right, bet. I have to bring a couple of them out.
Yeah. We got to get to know him. Yeah. Oh, here's the thing. We can do this. I think we can do this. Hold on. Where is it? There it is. They're named. Now you can see what they are.
Sweet. Now, does that mean you stay up or you?
That'll stay up there for now until I back out of it. But see then I won't see the time though.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, so usually I'll keep an eye on the time just to see where we're at. But we got time, you know what I mean? And I can flip back, you know what I mean?
So how
but
did you press that?
So that just hit the sound button and then just hit the back button. Or home button, I'm sorry, home.
All right, bet.
So see the sound button?
Yeah.
Yep, and if you want it, and then you can hit one, and then the other one, then just hit home and it comes back.
Bet.
Yeah.
Learning something new, man.
Yeah. Next thing you know, you'll be running this motherfucker.
Nah, man. Yeah, man. It's the case, man. You out on vacation or something.
Right,
man.
right.
Business trip, man.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Never know.
I got some awkward intel for you, man.
Well, see, that's the thing too, right? Is we be talking about a lot of stuff, but like you even brought up a couple things, you know, and that's the cool part is because it's like I said, you're seeing it, but sometimes you don't know how it connects until someone else has that other piece, and that's what we always talk about.
No, real
That's why it's like that's why these conversations are awesome, is because I don't know what you're thinking, you don't know what I'm thinking, but together we can start figuring that out.
Right.
So yeah,
this is
that's
not
the cool
scripted at all. At all.
Yeah, every time we always talk about it. Every time we start this show, we just look at each other and go, "You got anything?" And then I'll be like, I got a couple things, and he'll be like, "All right, let's do it," you know, or whatever.
Right.
And we get a fucking show done every time. You know what I mean? And it's just because it's like, of course, you could take the the things that are happening, like the attempt and all these different things, right? That are happening at this moment that we might have some ideas on. And then also what's happening in the world, but also we give insight and then we give advice, and it's like sometimes we have questions for each other, like, yo, what would you do if this happened? You know, and then we just go off into some shit like that. You know, I mean, you never know. You know, and then different insights too, because it's like you're seeing different shit on the internet that I'm not seeing.
No, for sure. Yeah.
And you might be like, yo, you seen this one shit? And I'll be like, what? That's some crazy shit.
Yeah,
so like,
our algorithms is definitely different.
Yeah.
And shit, because I definitely be seeing some new shit. Oh yeah. Definitely. But that's how they do it. That's how they made it.
Yeah, it's
For that exact reason. So we can get different aspects and views on things. And
I saw something a while back. I don't know if I mentioned this, but you're definitely. I don't know if I mentioned it to you. Was it was Instagram, and this chick was doing like a quick like a reel or whatever, and she was like explaining that she was reading a post, and whatever it said, was something about relationships. So she went in the comments, and it was a bunch of women, shitting on dudes. Oh, this motherfucker, if he did this to me or whatever, right? And so she like took the post and sent it to her boyfriend and was like, look at this shit, check the comments. So he checks the comments, whatever, she sees them later. And she says, I see him later, and then I go, what'd you think about the comments? And he was like, oh, the comments were talking about da-da-da-da. And she was like, wait a minute, that's not what my comments were talking about. So they looked on each other's phones, and they both had different comments. And so they were like, so even the algorithm is showing you different comments based on what it thinks you're going to react to or whatever. You know what I mean? So that's what you got to think of, too, is the algorithm is really fucking with you. It's gotten really fucking smart. And where is this coming from? AI is doing some weird shit.
It's funny you said that because I literally made a post an hour ago, and I said, you post 2 conspiracies and your whole algorithm is in disarray.
It changes? That quick?
That quick. Post 2 conspiracies, bro, and they throw your shit all off.
Right. Yeah, I mean, they just be fucking with me every little fucking moment. They're doing something different. Like they just flagged my one of my rants. The one called "Fuck the Vote 2024." They didn't flag it to a point where it's like down, or they didn't restrict me or nothing crazy, right? I didn't get no slashes or nothing. But what they did was they tried to claim that the post was vulgar and that only people over 18 can see it. So when they restrict it like that, if you're not signed into YouTube, it won't let you watch it. But every one of my, this is vulgar. We said fuck at least 30 fucking times already.
Right.
So this whole show's vulgar.
Right.
And I put that. It's not that I was trying to say it's for anybody, it's for kids or anything specific, nothing crazy. It's all the same of my content is for adults anyways.
Right.
But they hit it for a vulgar. And then when I watched it, I was like, I think I only said fuck like 4 times, and 2 of them was because I was saying fuck the vote. You know what I mean? And so it wasn't like I was being over. I was thinking maybe I did get crazy on that one.
I didn't think it was the fuck. I think it was the vote.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I posted. I posted saying, look at us. I said they hitting us for political views again. And that's not even is that a political view? At this point? Is it? Because I'm saying fuck the vote? Right. You know what I mean? Like, is that a political view? I don't know.
So much for freedom of speech.
Right. Where are we at? Like, and then I explained myself. I had a video about it. It's not like I just said it with a hashtag and then you're just curious. I'm doing a 4-minute video explaining it to you. You know what I mean?
Right. It wasn't like you said fuck the presidents or nothing.
Right. Nothing crazy like that. No. I don't. Like I said, I don't hate nobody. I don't have no ill will towards nobody. It's like they do them, I do me. Right. But I'm gonna call you out on your bullshit. Exactly. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. I'm gonna call you out on your bullshit.
As you should.
Right. As we all should. Right. Exactly. That's why I say, it's like one of the big things they always say is like when the mass of people really understand what's been going on, they're gonna be fucking pissed. And they should be. I'm like, at this point, you should be pissed now. But you just don't know yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. You just don't get it yet. It's not clicking for you yet, for whatever reason. But it's all going to happen in its own time. And that's what we're here for. We're here to usher in this time. And that's why I said, I'm just remembering things before you. You're going to remember them too.
Right.
You just ain't remember them yet. That's all. Have some more dreams.
Right.
Get in tune with your dreams and get in tune with yourself. You'll start learning some shit. You'll start realizing you're teaching yourself things.
Right. Or reteaching.
Or reteaching, right. Or relearning. It's like, they say we've lived a bunch of past lives, right? And all of it's happening at the same time. They say it's all just happening at the same time, and that's why you have flashes and memories and whatever. It's because it's all happening at the same time over different levels of existence. You know what I mean? And then you're just remembering it all. So all that stuff is building who you are at this moment right now. Right. All of that stuff, all your past lives, everything you've been before, any battles you've been in, all that stuff, and it all reflecting right now. Right. That's what this life is. That's how I feel. Bomb droppers. My bad.
No, you good. No, you good. That shit is deep though.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's how I'm feeling with all this shit. That's what I'm learning. That's the information I'm gathering. Yeah. It's a deep world. Yeah. They were just hiding it from us. You know what I mean? Because they knew how powerful we were. They knew, you know. And that's the thing. It's not that they just hated us because they knew how powerful we were. They knew how powerful they were, so they knew how they could feed off of us, and they could feed off of us forever, type shit. You know what I mean? Because they had us stuck in the loop, so we were just fucking at the end of every age, they would just reset it, crash it, boom, bring it back up, throw it back in, mix us back in again, boom. Now we're stuck for another century or whatever the fuck it is. You know what I mean? But we broke that. We broke that. We got out of that timeline. We broke that shit. We broke the conjures. We put all that shit down. We did it all in the higher realms. You know what I mean? And we're bringing it back, and it's all reflecting to us now, and that's why we're seeing their world fall apart. You know, it's not our world. It's their world. Their world's falling apart. You know, it just seems like it. It's the world collapsing, but it's their world that's collapsing. You know, and our world is being ushered in. You can't have change if you don't have some disruption. Right. You know what I mean? So we're disrupting their shit and we're putting our shit together. Right. You see all that construction? I mean, look at our block. They're building our block up. You know what I mean? Restaurants are popping in, stores are popping in. You know, fucking what's it called? Murals are popping up. Fucking, you know what I mean? It's like shit's just changing. You know, but it seems like it's changing for the good, which is cool. You know what I mean?
There are a lot of self-employed businesses and all that instead of the government throwing up. Or the basic chains, brands that's normally on the board. Correct. We're not
brands aren't dropping in. We're getting like good people. Right. Definitely. That's the difference. So yeah. I love it.
No, for sure. A lot of people have been opening businesses.
That's the future. That's the future. That's where we got to, you know, I mean, we've been talking about that. We grow, that's what we do on a daily basis for the most part, is we try to figure out ways to keep moving forward and doing different things and building towards other things and, you know, and just trying as many things as we can and, you know, trying to take chances, you know what I mean? Right. Taking those little chances.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about chickens and all that shit.
Right. That might, that's the next step. You know, start moving towards that. Right. Doing more food on your own. You know, and trying to get more self-sufficient and less. You know, you don't need to go to. It's like now I don't even go to the stores much at all. Right. Really, I try not to. I'd rather just, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I go out and get a little something to eat here and there on different, you know, different spots. I'm picky about it now more than ever.
For sure.
But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I cook a little here and there, but I only buy what I need when I need it. I don't really keep a lot of shit anymore. Right. You know, so at any given time, I'll be like, fuck, I need to go get something. But that's okay. That gets me out the house. It gets me moving. You know, it gives me things to think about and do. Okay, this week I want to cook this. Okay, let me go to the store on Tuesday. And then, you know what I mean? I can kind of plan it better instead of like, you know, it's like having all this shit. What am I hoarding all these stuff for? Right. You know what I mean? What do we hoard all these things for? Right. We don't really need, you know, it's like we don't really need all. And then I don't eat that much. I've talked about that, you know, where it's like I'm eating like one meal a day for the most part. And
that's
then maybe
about the price high. So
and then maybe a snack. Right.
Because everybody hoarding all this shit, so they thinking it's a need.
Right. But just eat the stuff that's here. We still got stuff in the cabinet. Excuse me. There's still stuff that can be made. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like it's not bare bones, but you know what I mean? You just got to try a little harder. Right. But that's how I grew up, man. I grew up like that, where it's like whatever was in there, you just figured out something to make. Like you what was I gonna? Oh, we don't have this. I'm not gonna make it.
Same here. My brother taught me that shit.
You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, I'll make some new shit up.
My brother was making egg sandwiches, all types of shit.
Right. Whatever we got.
To that shit, bro. I ain't never looked back. I fuck up an egg sandwich now. Like,
I still do. I still do bacon and egg sandwiches sometimes. Bacon, egg, and cheese. I make my own.
Man, it was just straight egg.
Yeah, but straight egg is enough.
Mayonnaise and cheese.
I'm telling you, that's a good sandwich too. See, that's the thing, right? It's like having like a good breakfast sandwich spot like that. Throw just simple, just eggs and bacon, or egg by itself or whatever. It's a couple simple options.
Sausage, yep.
You'd rock it. People would love that shit.
Yep.
You had a little station like that?
We used to go to this little spot right before school back in the day. We used to hit it was a little school.
Because they're the best.
School deli, yeah.
It's like you're saying, it's almost a comfort meal, you know?
Sausage, egg, and cheese.
Simple. Yeah, simple.
Butter on it.
Yeah, and homemade style.
Homemade
with
style.
the square bread. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. Toasted.
Yeah. It's like we got bougie and started going to McDonald's and Wendy's and Burger King and shit. Fuck them. Start making your own shit.
All right.
Hell yeah. But I think we're seeing that though. You know, like you're saying, if you notice in the neighborhoods nowadays, a lot of those chains are going away. We're losing a lot of them. You know what I mean? The chain ones. They're kind of just disappearing if you're noticing. Are you noticing? And kind of just slipping away, and you're just like, it's something else now. You're like, that's why people are taking pictures on Instagram sometimes, and they're like, no matter what you do, that's still a Pizza Hut.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. It's like, I saw one the other day, a Pizza Hut, and it had a sign. It's the whole Pizza Hut building, still looks the same, but the sign said like Jamaican something, and then down underneath a big sign that says now open or something. And I was like, that's not Pizza Hut. Right. I was like, shit, that's a Jamaican spot now. I was like, what the fuck? They just changed the sign. That's all they did. I was like, that used to be a Pizza Hut. And so I saw one myself. Right. But there was some pictures that I had seen before that. You know, it's like it's always going to be a Taco Bell, you know, and it's like, but it's something else. So yeah, crazy shit. That's what the world is morphing. We're changing. We keep talking about it. The sun, come on, that sun is hot. It's putting pressure on you. What you think about that?
Hold on, say that one more time.
The sun. How you been feeling about the sun?
Oh yeah, you was telling me.
Yeah,
about
remember we were talking about that?
Yeah.
Like just it's a different color. It's a more bright white.
I didn't
stronger.
Really,
Have you noticed? Didn't really pay attention
because my eyes be playing tricks on me. So
he's like, as it is, right?
Yeah, so I be trying not to damage my shit any worse than what it is. So I don't even try to look at the sun. But
I got you.
Yeah, no, you definitely had told me about that.
We talked about it before, though.
So it's definitely still
we've talked about it before. I know what you said. I got you.
But yeah, nah.
What about angel numbers? You still seeing it? You seeing a lot of angel numbers or no?
Fucking day.
Every day?
Every day.
Every day. See, me too. Every day, multiple times a day.
I see
them. I'll see 111, 333, 555, 1212, 1010. I see them all.
Bro, I was saying 222.
Yeah.
333.
Right.
Then I seen 444 one day, like back
straight
it
through.
Was straight.
Right.
And then
rocking it.
Yesterday I seen 555.
Right.
And then I seen 1122.
Nice.
And then what did I see today? I can't even remember.
Yeah,
I don't even think I was paying attention to the day, but I'm pretty sure I ran across one.
A lot of mine, I put them on the Instagram at ppeintox. I put them on the Instagram and I'll post them.
No,
the different ones I'll see. It'll be like different clocks, but like on my clock, it also has the degrees and then it has the date under it too, all in numbers. Okay. So sometimes all of them will be locked in. I'll be like, oh shit, right. I'll be catching some weird ones. And I'll be like, damn, I got codes going on in this motherfucker. So yeah, it's weird shit. That's why I be taking pictures. I'm like, no one's gonna believe this.
Right.
No one's gonna believe this. I gotta take a picture of this. Sometimes there's ones I can't catch them. I'm not fast enough. Because I'll just pop in. I'll go, oh shit. I'll just be walking in my room or something. And I'll just be like, look at this number. Oh shit. Try to get my phone out, and then it changes. And I'm like, damn it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So there's a lot that no one gets to see. You know what I mean? So even capturing those is just amazing. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting. Yeah.
Sometimes when I see them, I just text whoever I'm texting, and I just put it like 11:11.
Right. That too. Yeah. That too. I've had those lately too, where we're texting back and forth between different people, and we'll hit those numbers. Me and BDot have hit him a couple times, where we text him real quick, and then he'll hit me back like, yo. And I'll be like, oh, shit.
Right.
I'll be like, look, you hit me back right at that perfect time.
Right.
So, yeah, crazy.
And it's not on purpose neither.
You just be clicking on your phone to just look at something.
Right.
Yeah. You just be like, let me check. And you're like, oh, shit. So, yeah, exactly. Or like I said, or it'll just beep, and you'll look over, and it'll be a number. Right. And you're like, why would it beep at that moment, that second? Like it could have beeped whenever it wanted, and it beeped right at that second. Right. So yeah, it's got to be something. Like something's got to be up with that. Someone's trying to get you to look at it for whatever reason.
Right.
It's not a kawiki deek, folks. Yeah, because someone the other day hit me, family member, and they were like, no, they didn't hit me. They had a story, and it said, I saw 444 or 222 twice, and I just saw 444. They were like, "What is this?"
That's crazy.
And then they were like, "What is this? Is this really something?" And so I hit them back, and I was like, "Yeah." I said, "That's your higher self talking to you through numbers." And I said, and then I sent them another post that I knew about that kind of explained a couple of them. If you see 222, it's abundance. If you see, 1212, it's this. If you see 1111, it's this.
Yeah, I've seen them shit sometimes. Yeah.
Right. So then they were like thumbs up, like okay, and I was like, yeah, I was like, if you're starting to see them, that means you're starting to wake up. Right. That's what that's starting to mean.
Yeah, speaking of angel numbers, I was seeing something on Instagram, and it was this lady, she had went to go visit her son that had passed, and she was cleaning off his grave site, taking a little, leaves and all that stuff off. So she got like a little whirlwind, the little spinners, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I saw that one.
It's crazy.
And then she was cleaning, and then you don't see the trees moving or nothing, and then all of a sudden the pinwheel starts spinning.
She's talking to him. She's like,
she's been talking to him the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah. She was like, something. She was like, oh my God. She was like, I know you here with me, baby. I know you here with me, baby. Just spin for me. Spin for me.
Yep. And then all of a sudden it started spinning. Yep.
Then she was like, Lord, boy. She said something. And she was like, just stop. Then the thing stopped. It was like she was literally commanding the thing, and it was literally going off, and she wasn't near it or nothing. Like, she went off the camera and everything. Like,
right. Yeah, I did. I caught a clip of it.
Yeah.
I caught a clip of it. I didn't see the whole thing. Like, I didn't watch it a couple times. I just caught a clip of it.
Yeah, she was out
I did see something about that.
Bro, and that thing.
Yeah, I saw something about that.
It was spinning in one direction, then it stopped, went in another direction. I'm like, yo. Like, that's some real spiritual shit. I'm thinking, like,
it's just energies. It's just energies, and that's the thing. Is like when you see. Here's something I was gonna mention, but I didn't know how to mention it because I don't know if anybody else has experienced this, and I'm sure everybody's gonna go, "You're not the only one." And I'm not saying that. I'm just not sure if anybody around me experienced this, so I don't know how they would take it. But like, I'd be laying in my bed sometimes, right, and you're laying there, and then like someone, if someone else comes to get in the bed, you can feel like the impression of the bed kind of go down. You know what I mean? You feel that?
Yeah.
I'll be laying there, and I'll feel that, and I'll look over, and sometimes Cyrus is laying right there, like off in the corner of the bed. So sometimes he'll get up, and maybe it's that. But I'll look over, and sometimes Cyrus will be there, but sometimes he's not there. And I'm like. And I didn't hear him jump down or nothing. Right. I would have heard that. Right. You know what I mean? I just feel the bed pushing, and then all of a sudden I look, because sometimes I'm asleep, and I feel the bed pressure, and I'm like, and I look, and nothing's there. And I'm like, So at one point, like you could, if you take the world to try to tell you, oh, that could be a demon, that could be some crazy shit, right? So you start to have those fears. And it's not that I'm fearful. What I started to think is maybe that's me with my own power, and I'm flexing out. And I don't realize what I'm doing yet. I'm just practicing because I'm in my dreams. So maybe I'm practicing, and at some point I'm pushing some energy out, and it feels like the bed's moving. That's what I'm starting to think.
I feel you.
Yeah, it's that I'm possibly connecting to something. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I mean, no,
I don't know. It's what I'm saying. Now that all these things are happening around us, little things like that happen, you got to start thinking more. It's, you know what I mean? And I'm not going to think bad.
Yeah,
not going to go negative.
It's not harming you.
Right. Yeah, it's nothing ever been weird. Like nothing, like, I said that one time, remember I told you I didn't know I had that scratch on my belly, and I didn't know where the fuck I got it from. I was like, what would I even, I just got up this morning and came to the studio. I was like, I didn't do anything today. Like, how would this happen to me? And I mean, it was a significant scrape. It wasn't like a little just, you know what I mean? It was like a 8-inch long joint. And so I was like, maybe this happened in my sleep.
Right.
And they talk about that sometimes you can get scars and bruises and cuts in your sleep because of things that are happening in the other realms that can transform here somehow, you know what I mean, or whatever. And it'll transform into something like that. I don't know. I just don't have an explanation for it. Could I have rubbed up against something in the kitchen or this table even?
Right.
It's possible. But I just don't remember doing that. So I'm just like, that was one of those weird moments where I was like...
And then you didn't feel it, so it was like...
And I didn't feel... Until at one point, I felt something itchy. Because I think my shirt was rubbing against it. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, why do I have this scrape across my belly?
Right.
I was like, what the hell's going on? So, yeah, it was just weird. That's why it was weird. It was just like, I didn't even know. Where did this... Unbelievable. Yeah, weird shit like that. So, yeah, so stuff happening like that, I'm like, I think I'm growing. I'm working into something, I guess. I don't know. I guess if you're not going to believe in it, then it'll never happen, right?
No, for real.
So,
For real.
we'll see.
No, definitely.
So, nice segue, you professional. Supercell, did you see it? You didn't watch it yet?
I'm on. You know what's crazy? I put it on, and I get lost on what episode I ended off.
So, like, you're just, like, stuck now?
I'm so lost
Yeah,
right
you're
now.
like,
I
I don't know
don't
what's going
even
on.
know where I left off at, so I got to watch it again. Because I was into it for a second.
So, I started episode 1, and then I started watching, I think, half of episode 2. Or I might have saw the whole episode 2. I'm not 100% sure.
See what I'm saying? It's so confusing because they just got the names and then the stories.
Right, but what
keep going.
didn't grip me is the London accent was killing me. I was like, fuck, I don't know if I can keep doing this. You know what I mean? Like, hello, bruv.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, what the
That should be
fuck's
funny
going
to
on?
me.
I get, no, it is to a point. But sometimes it starts getting annoying.
I got you.
I'm like,
I got you.
I'm like, you're too into character, brother. You're too into character, bruv. You know what I mean? So it's
People
like,
from London.
but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, do they really talk like this? Or is this like some really hard slang shit? You know what I mean? Like,
No, I think they definitely do.
because I'm like, I just don't know. I don't know.
It's deep over there. Like
Right.
they slang is definitely different.
Right. Their accents and
And
stuff, yeah.
If
So
they
it
deep
just
in the
didn't-
trenches,
yeah, it just
I think
didn't-
They probably
didn't
So yeah,
catch
they
me,
probably
sorry.
did exaggerate too much
Right.
and put it in. I mean, on
I'm just
movies,
wondering,
but-
you know, same thing like we would do in our movies when
Yeah.
we do shit.
That's what I'm
Kind of
saying.
is a little excessive.
They
You're like,
probably-
it's not like that, but it's, So that's why I'm saying. I feel like that's what was
That's
happening.
what's going on, yeah.
And so it just, to me, that was like, it wasn't gripping me. I was like, fuck, am I going to have to watch this whole thing like this?
Yeah. They trying to make it really hood.
Right.
So they doing a lot of excessive.
And that's all I'm thinking.
I
you
got
know,
you.
so
I can see what you.
so I got to give it a chance. I definitely do because a lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people are saying there's some
that's why I
messages
put
in
it
there.
on.
So I got to give it a chance. But that's where I'm at. So just to be
That's
real
the
with
thing.
you.
I ain't really peeped no messages from it yet.
Not message, but you know what I'm saying. Like it could be it's just the idea of gaining powers and
yeah.
where those, you know what I mean? And that's that's why I said that's why we're talking about that. So I was like, now we're talking about manifesting things. It's like, are we actually moving? You know what I mean? It's like we don't know what our powers are until we start to kind of tap into it.
Shit, they say some people could levitate.
Right.
And I don't know if I seen.
People can hold their breath underwater for hours and shit. That's why I said we've had superhumans for a minute, but that's what should have told us that all these things are possible, and it just depends on who you are. But that's the hidden technology and idea that
on a clip. Show a little superhuman clip.
Right.
Nah, but for
excuse me.
So you believe we had giants and all that back in the day?
Yeah, I think they're still here.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they're still here.
What would be the perfect place for a giant to live right now?
Well, that's the thing is there's a lot of restricted land on this in these countries. You know what I mean? Like a lot of restricted land. So it's possible that some of these areas are restricted because they were told to stay out. They were like, as long as we're here, we won't fuck with you. You don't fuck with us. And because we can't go in there and do anything or see anything, we don't know. So it's possible they're right here around us and we don't even know. Or there's other ideas of Antarctica being an ice ring, and there's more Earth outside, and that they just left this area and went out there because they don't want to be in here anymore,
Right.
for whatever reason. So there's that theory. They could have went underground. There's the underground Earth world, Agartha, and all that stuff they want to talk about in Inner Earth and all that stuff. So they could have went underground and went down there and just said, "We'll stay here for a while and until y'all figure this shit out." So there's a lot of different theories. I don't know that I believe 100% any of them.
Right.
But here's a theory I have. You know how gravity pulls you down, right? And we have weight to us. So some of us are larger than others. What if, because gravity's pulling us down stronger than it ever has before, the giants are now just large people because they're squeezed at the middle? You know what I mean? Instead, so if you actually stretch them out, they'd be taller, bigger beings. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, we do got some 7 foot
Right.
motherfuckers out.
And that too. We do. They still play the sports. Most of our sports are giants.
Well, shit, a lot of 7 foot people can't even play.
Right.
Or have short
Well,
careers.
right. But they're all over 6 something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They always get used for
Right.
sports. type
Right.
shit.
Most of them are going to be the sports people, right? So it's that too. They're amongst us that way as well. You know what I mean? Maybe they're not as, the 20 foot, 30 foot, or whatever they want to talk about that may have been here at some point. But those can be considered giants as well. So yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
So those are some theories. You just got to.
I could see somebody being 10 foot, like a 10-foot shack. I can see that. And then average people are like 5'5".
Right.
So that is a giant compared to them. So
Correct. That's almost like 2 feet taller. When they're like 7'1" or something, that's almost 2 feet fucking taller than the average person.
So yeah, when you got them motherfuckers, and they just big as hell. Not following rules and shit. I got an unruly giant.
Right.
Motherfuckers probably just be scared, all types of shit. So that's probably where that shit came into play.
Well, that's what they try to say about like Nephilim and different things, that they were all just evil. But I don't think all of them were evil. I think it was kind of a mix, just like anything else.
They were unruly.
Right. Some of them got unruly, and I think some of them managed to do things, that, like if you have like, say, Nimrod or fucking, what they call them, another one. But those rulers where they were known as giant men, and they just ruled with iron fists. They just did it a certain way, and so it kind of came off crazy. I get it. If you were around in those times and you probably weren't on the right side, I'm sure it fucking sucked.
Right.
So it makes sense, but But yeah, I don't think all of them were bad. It's just that a lot of them did some unruly shit, like you're saying. That fucking makes sense, the way to say it like that. They weren't all bad. They just did some unruly shit. Yeah. But I think we learned from that. You know, it's kind of a...
And then it was easy to get rid of them. Well, rid the land of them because the females probably wasn't as big. So, of course, when they messing with those ladies, they're already shrinking.
Right.
You know, through generations. Messing with the
if that's how it works. If it's just right. If it's just interbreeding until it just kind of breeds it out.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah. Over some generations. Definitely. But yeah.
Like the chances of a giant man running into a giant female is probably scarce.
Right.
You know? So
a lot less likely, right?
Yeah, so you had to date somebody, an average woman.
And you see some of them now. Know what I mean? You see those big ass fucking bodybuilders and shit, and they'll have this little 5'2" wife.
Exactly.
You're like, get the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
That guy is knocking you out.
Right.
What is happening here? This looks like this looks illegal.
Right.
This looks illegal.
No, for real.
This looks like you're abusing her.
No, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I could think. I'm just like, this looks like abuse to me.
No, for real.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe he's a gentle lover. You know what I'm saying?
That's usually how it be. I hear.
Maybe he'd be a gentle lover, I guess. I don't know.
They call him teddy bear.
Right.
They call it big.
Right. And we've talked about that. You know what I mean? I did a rant on that called submissive women. Talk about submissive women. And it's like, it's like men can be gentle too. When we're in our masculine state, we're going to be gentle with our women. We're going to be gentle with our kids. We're going to be gentle in those situations. That's the whole idea of being masculine, is knowing when to use it. You know what I mean? How to respond to the proper situations with the proper reactions.
Right. You don't have to be forceful all the time.
Bomb droppers. Yeah. Correct.
Like I don't beat my daughters and shit. I just use a stern voice.
Right.
And
yeah. Just explain it to them.
Yeah.
Just explain it to them. This is what's going on. This is why this situation is happening. And I think if they get the explanation a lot, because that's what we didn't get as kids. You know what I mean? We just got scolded for whatever the fuck, and sometimes we didn't even know what the fuck was going on.
Exactly.
So now you're just
like, you want me to listen to you after you just whip my ass,
and I don't even know what's happening.
Fuck
you know what I mean? And then you grow up and the police do you the same way.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're like, everybody does me like this. This is how this works.
It's unruly.
Right. I'm like, I'm just trying to be me. The fuck are we doing? I'm not hurting nobody.
Oh, dead ass.
Yeah. So yeah, I think, you know what I mean? And we had to learn that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure I definitely traumatized my kids at some point. I think Tasha's told me that. She's told me that. You had me traumatized at one point. I was like, yeah, everybody's been there, man. We've all made mistakes.
Yeah.
So.
My dad had me traumatized for a minute too until we actually fought.
Right.
And it took that one time because it's like, bro,
gain some respect.
I'm used to you trying to pull out a motherfucking belt.
Right.
But one day you want to try to fight me with your fist. Like, come on, bro, we ain't doing this. I'm not your punching bag, so we got to get it in, bro.
Yeah.
But nah, man, that was that one and only time.
Yeah.
But he definitely respected me after that.
There you go. That's it.
So.
Yeah.
But my bro, we just could have talked that shit out.
True. That's the thing. That's what you realize in the end. I think when you really look at it, because I think I talked about that on the show at one point. Me and my son got into it. And I think in the end, I reflected on it and I look back and I mean, even that same night I told him, I apologize. I was like, I should have never went that far.
Yeah.
I said, but that's where I went. That's what that's what happened. I can't take that back now. And I said, but just know it won't be like that ever again.
Same. My dad said the same thing. He said the same thing.
Yeah.
Eddie offered me ice cream.
You want to go get a burger?
Right.
So,
bullshit.
yeah, you know what I mean? And we're, we're good now. Like I said, we got a good relationship now and, we built it back. Right. But, that's the idea. It's like, if either you're going to be bitter your whole life or you're going to do better. We have that shirt available. ppeinmusic.com.
That's a good one. That was a good one.
I didn't think that's how you were gonna react, and that made me laugh.
That was fucking smooth, man. That was the best one yet.
And then I couldn't hold it.
Oh shit!
It's because fucking Cyrus
That's
is
how
back
you
here
sell
judging
it.
me. You see this fucker? Look at this guy back here judging me. So I'm getting judged, and then I hear your little wisecracking and made me laugh. That was good though.
That shit was smooth as hell.
So yeah, he just jumped it out there, man.
Can't believe it's not
I
butter.
can't believe it's not butter. Yeah, don't be bitter. Just do better.
Right.
Come on.
I thought you was about to hit it with it again.
I don't have to. It sells itself.
No, for sure. For sure. Dope sells itself.
Oh shit. Yeah. I know, right? That's the kind of shit we should be dropping. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Nah. We got new designs up there. If you don't know, if you haven't checked us out before, there's some new designs up there. So there's like 30 fucking designs up there. You gotta like something. Come on. And that's just one way to help with the show if that's what you want to do. If you like the entertainment and the news that we bring and everything else that comes with it.
Yeah, man. Y'all got to go to the website, man. We got so much stuff on there, man. So much stuff.
We got healing candles.
You'll be browsing for hours.
Let's see. I'm going to get a picture and I'm going to put it on the show of Cyrus. Fucking staring me down over here so they can see what's going on here. He's not staring at me now. Oh, now you don't want to look at me? It's because he's side-eyeing me. Look at this side-eye going on. Got him.
You know what's funny, though? You know what I realized? Animals do not like cameras.
They don't want to look at it. It's almost like they know, right?
Right.
Well, they say your phone's giving off radiation. And so it's possible that they know that that's not good for whatever reason, like they say, the EMFs and all that. It might be a bad frequency and they know it. They're like, what the fuck is this? So like, yeah. Right. We're the only dodos running around with fucking radiation in our pockets.
Right. Laying in on our head.
Right. Sleeping next to it. The fuck. What are we doing out here, folks?
Wireless charging.
Wireless charging, which is giving off more. Right.
The more I think about it.
Yeah, sometimes that's what, because I'll use it in the bed sometimes, and then I'll put it down, and then I'll get up and I'll go put it on the table, and I'll be like, man,
I never make it
I
that
try
far.
to.
I
Yeah.
never make it that far.
9 times out of 10, it's not on the bed.
But
Sometimes it ends up there.
I wonder if well, I guess not.
What's that?
I was thinking being as though it's on the bed, it'll kill it a little bit, but
Well, I mean, it's on the bed. It's just next to you radiating. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if it's at least 6 to 10 feet away, it's less likely.
right. No, I got
That's all.
I got it.
Yeah, who knows? It could be like if it's in your house,
I was thinking it wouldn't bounce, but it's not. It's different.
it's just going to go right through all of that shit. I get what you're saying, though. The mattress and stuff might absorb a little bit of it. Yeah. I get you. But maybe the mattress holds on to it and now you're sleeping on it. Oh, shit. See how deep this shit gets?
You're grounded with radiation.
Right. Now you're sleeping on EMFs.
It's crazy. I just brought that back around to grounding.
Right. Boom. That's called a callback, folks.
No, for sure.
Y'all didn't get it. You're not paying
We
attention.
was talking about that whole grounding situation, but like, you gotta be real mindful about where you grounding at.
Yeah. I remember you telling me that.
Like, I don't think a lot of people be thinking about that shit.
Right. The chemicals and things, like you were saying.
All that fertilizer and all that crazy shit underground.
Right.
I don't think you would want to be grounded on that. You need to be on untouched earth.
Right. That's why some of them say, that's right. They say some of them, they're like, if you have to dig down, a foot or something, and just make you a little square, and that be like your square where you hang. At least you're touching more dirt than the top grass. You know what I mean? Right. Kind of a thing. Right. Some people have said that. I've heard that before. Where they're saying if you want to dig down a little bit, that's cool because you're going to get more of that earth. And so I've heard that. You know.
See, and I don't really ground this shit, but I'm just thinking logically, like,
right.
Because all that chemicals and shit.
Definitely true. That's definitely something to think about. You know, that if people are throwing a bunch of chemicals on their grass, they're definitely soaking that shit in too.
Right.
So, yeah, because the grass is going to hold on to that. It's going to give it to somebody. And it's like, oh, who's this? You take this shit. We don't want it no more.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. And, I don't throw shit on my grass. My grass is like, I try not, I really don't even want to cut it, truthfully, because, you know what I mean? Like, I know what's up with nature and stuff. And but it's like, you know, I live in a neighborhood where, you know, I let them influence me. Right. And it's not HOA or nothing. It's just I don't want to look like the asshole. You know what I mean? So I got to shape it up a little bit, you know. But I slack off enough to where it's like I let things grow. You know what I mean? I try to let them do a little thing, right, here and there. You know, I don't want to be too much of a bad guy.
Yeah, it's not a force or nothing.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Be good.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Just as long as I can keep it under control and just let it kind of do its thing, I feel okay with that. I'm like, okay, that's the trade-off. You know, and I don't know if I mentioned this before. Like we said, we've talked before about it. You know, it's like having that extra growth around my house and having extra growth around other people's house that we know. There's something spiritual that could possibly be there, you know, because plants are supposed to grow towards power, you know, powerful lights and things. And so it's like if there's good energy here or whatever that they're feeling, that's why they're growing more than others, you know, or closer or whatever. I don't know. Could be something too.
We should put it to the test.
How do we do that?
We're going to grab some seeds.
Yeah.
Plant one out back.
And see what
plant one on the side.
See what happens.
Or plant one in a whole other spot.
Right.
That's not owned by you.
Right.
And just look at the time frame, see which one grows, you know.
Right. Yeah. Well, there's definitely stuff out back out there. We have a little bit of open area back there.
Yeah.
So we could definitely do something like that. Try to plant two different areas and just see.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah.
Right. Real time experiment. There it is.
If we do that by August,
see what happens.
It'll at least be sprouted before it starts getting too cold.
Oh yeah, something. If we do it within the next month or two or something, yeah. It'll sprout at least. Well, will it sprout? Or it'll probably just start growing. Just be a little sprout.
Possibly.
I don't know. How long does it take?
Don't get me lying. Let's check back on the 100th episode.
Right. Check back. Yeah, there you go. Boom. Fucking professional over here, folks. Running his own commercials. I love it. Yeah, hit us back on the 100th, and you'll see the continuation of this story. Stay tuned for part 2, episode 100.
Right.
They'll be like, man, fuck that. You're just gonna have to see.
Oh, for sure.
We'll take pictures of it. We'll pop it on the screen every now and again during episodes as we go, and then you'll get the full fucking lowdown. You'll see what's happening.
Yep. And if y'all paid attention and asking about it,
right? Might be like, hey, who's checking on the plants? And then we'll take a picture and put it in the next episode. You know, shoot us a comment. See, that's when we do. Little cough fit. Yeah,
that's it.
He said, yeah, that's it.
Some gas or what?
Oh, shit.
Smoking.
Nice.
Hell yeah, man.
Turned out to be a good night.
For sure. And it felt good outside.
Yeah. Oh, you were saying that earlier, yeah, when you popped out real quick. Because, yeah, I've been in here putting all this shit together. I ain't even been out in a while.
Yeah, it's feeling nice. That little rain from last night definitely helped.
Yeah, I did feel that last night a little bit.
It's been a scorcher.
It was, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what we've been talking about. This sun is fucking pushing it right now. But we're getting those light codes. Those light codes are coming in. We just got another hit the other day of some light codes, like 2 days ago. I want to say 2 days ago, maybe now at this point. Got some more light codes coming in. So we're getting hit with some energy. I think they're saying more energy coming this weekend. So we're going to see. We're going to see where this stuff is taking us. I mean, we talked about a lot of shit tonight.
Right.
You know, different things and, you know, different stuff happening to you, different feelings we're having. You know, it's like something I said in one of my other rants a while back. The five senses is, you know, in this 3D world, your sight, your taste, your touch, all that stuff matters because you're in this physical world. But when we're in our spiritual worlds, none of that matters. But your intuition matters. You know what I mean? Your gut instinct matters. Your fucking, your telekinesis matters. Your fucking, all that other stuff matters because that's where that stuff's being used at. And what's cool about it is we're learning how to be able to bridge those things into these two worlds. That's the strong part about it. That's the godlike ability that's coming together.
Question: have you ever ate in your dream?
I don't know. I feel like I've sitting down for a meal.
I feel like I have,
but I don't know if I've ever eaten it.
I can't remember. I swear.
That's true. That's true. That's a bit. Ooh. I feel like I might have had a dessert or something, maybe
Something small, right? But nothing like.
I can't even be sure. That's a crazy one. Put it in the comment, folks. Y'all ever ate something in your fucking dreams? What's up?
Bullshit. Yo, because one time I had a dream. I used to be scared of Chucky as a kid.
Always has the best questions. Best ones.
No, but yeah. I used to be scared of Chucky, right?
You're right. Okay.
The night before, I ate some applesauce.
Okay.
In this dream, I was being chased by Chucky in a house full of fucking applesauce.
It was just everywhere?
It was just everywhere.
But like smeared on the walls or in cans and things?
It was like a pool.
Like you were running through it?
Running through applesauce.
What the fuck? Wow.
But I wasn't eating it or nothing. It was just surrounding me.
Chucky couldn't get you though, right?
Chucky couldn't get me.
Because he was stuck in the sauce too?
He was stuck in the sauce. He was stuck in the sauce.
It was probably over his head. Fuck Chucky.
But he was definitely chasing me though.
Oh shit. Yeah, those are early on, right? Like you're right, as a kid and stuff. There was a lot of dreams like that where you felt like you were being chased by something. Yeah. Sometimes you knew what it was, sometimes you didn't. Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes you just had a feeling something was there. That's weird. Like, but I don't have those anymore. I haven't had nothing like that. As I got older, none of that. You know, but I remember as a kid, a few times here and there, something like that would happen. You feel like you were getting chased, and you're like, what the fuck was that all about?
Right. And then sometimes I'll be having them fucking wild dreams when it's like you're like just chewing and your teeth is just falling out.
Yes, I've had those.
Oh my God, I hate those dreams.
You had them lately or?
No, just period.
Just a while back.
Yeah.
Okay, because they say that's part of your awakening too. They're saying like when that's happening, I can't remember. I looked it up because that happened to me. Yeah. And then what's crazy was when it happened to me, I saw it in a movie at the same time. Like it happened, I dreamed about it and I was thinking about it and I was like, why were all my teeth falling out? I kept feeling like all my teeth were falling out. I kept catching them and stuff.
I woke up all fucked up. I'm like, hold on.
Me too. I kind of was like, it felt real. I was like, it felt like my shit was falling out. I was with you.
That shit fucked me up.
And then that's what I'm saying. Within a day or two, I saw it in a movie. It said a dream. So we were talking about something, and then it was like a dream of your teeth falling out. They said it in the movie, and I was like, what the fuck? So then I looked it up. I was like, this must be some shit. And I looked it up, and I read a little bit about it, enough to just understand it. It wasn't 100%, but you know what I mean? It was like, okay, it makes sense in that idea. You know, and I can't remember what it was about now. Fuck. Just all that to say that. I don't remember. I went blank. I blanked out. I don't remember.
That happens. He said I blanked out.
Yeah.
The motherfucking the Men in Black light.
Yeah, I think they got me.
Yeah, man.
Because I looked it up multiple times. Yeah. But stuff like that, right? Stuff like that. That stuff actually means stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's out there. Because that was another one was a big one that I used to have this a few years back. I can't remember what time, but maybe like 2019, 2020, somewhere around there, maybe 2021. I was having a lot of dreams about pissing in my dream. And I would actually piss in my dream. But I would not piss on myself. But I would wake up and need to piss. And so, at first I didn't think nothing about it. I was just like, that's weird. Like, why would I, what? Like, maybe it's just telling me to wake up. But I'm actually pissing in the dream. That's what's crazy, right? Yeah. So I ended up looking it up, and what that one means is it means you're purging. You're purging energy, and so in your dream, it comes out as a piss. But you're technically purging something. Trauma, whatever, relationship, a friendship, or this, whatever. You're purging something. So that's what they said that is. So it's like, if you have a dream like that, just know that you got rid of something.
Did it make sense?
Yeah. No, because the dreams don't really make. It's always like I'm in like a locker room, or I'm always somewhere. Like I'm just somewhere, and I just need to piss all of a sudden, and I go find the bathroom. Sometimes I find a bathroom, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's just some random shit, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm pissing right here, and I just piss. And it's crazy. Most of the time, I find a bathroom, but there's been a few times where I'm like, I guess this basket of clothes is gonna have to do it, and I let it go.
Hey, that's why I chilled on drinking.
Right.
Back in the day, motherfucking BDot said I was so fucking drunk one time. I went in the corner of my house and pissed, talking shit. I was talking,
and
shit.
you don't remember any of this.
I don't remember that shit.
Yeah. So so you can't 100% verify that this happened. You can just go by his word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have to ask him.
Yeah. No, I think he mentioned this one time we were talking about, because you mentioned it and then we talked about it. I think we talked about it like off camera or something. Yeah. But yeah, it's right. I have stuff like that too. There's a few incidents that I've been in, drunk or high or some shit, and fucking I don't remember, and they told me stories, and I'm like, that's the only information I have, because I don't know anything about any of that. They're like, we got pictures, and I'm like, I have to believe you. I got you. Right. I'm like, I don't know. I wasn't there. I legitimately wasn't there. Yeah. I have a couple of scenarios like that. So yeah, I think we all do at some point. We've all done too much of something. But Gen Xers were survivors, man. That's what we fucking do.
No, sure.
We did all the heavy lifting so our kids didn't have to. Come on, bomb droppers. That's how we do it. Shout out. Yeah, we're getting to that point though. We can start wrapping this thing up.
All right.
Episode 84, we made it, folks. We got it done.
Big A4. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 8-4, put it together, that's 12. Comes to 3. 3 is always good. But also 4 is half of 8, you know what I mean? So it's like a mirror flip, infinity. 8's infinity, you know what I mean?
I was established in 88.
Right. There you go, boom, see? Connections all the time. Mm-hmm. That's how it goes. Start talking code, come on.
Oh yeah, man, that was a good one, man.
So yeah, we'll just close this thing out. Awkward Intelligence. I'm Intox with my co-host Rich Blakk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we will catch you on the next one.
Y'all stay blessed, man.
Awkward Intelligence. Just smoking vibe. This is Awkward Intelligence. Just smoking vibe.